welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we are going to be getting messages from the White Rabbit. I'm super excited to do this reading. This reading is inspired by the Lunar New Year. I'm actually filming this video on the Lunar New Year, so happy Lunar New Year to those who celebrate and to those who don't. I'm just always down to celebrate and have a good time, so that's why we're here today. And I just love the White Rabbit. I love the symbolism behind it, the energy behind it. So that's the reading for today. This is going to be different symbolism that the White Rabbit can mean. So we're going to pull some messages from the White Rabbit using the pieces of paper as divination, and then we're going to look into tarot, some oracle cards, and then we're going to end with some advice and guidance from the White Rabbit. So I'm super excited to do this reading. We have 3 groups to choose from today. The first group is going to be the clear quartz crystal point. The second group is going to be the white selenite bar. And then the third group is going to be these pieces of white howlite. So if you need more time to meditate on the groups, feel free to pause the video. Whichever group you feel drawn to the most, that's most likely your reading. If you feel drawn to more than one group, that just means there's more than one message for you. And I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Bye! Hello! If you chose the clear crystal point, this is your reading. We're going to get messages from the White Rabbit. First, we're going to pull some pieces of paper from here. Let's see overarching themes, what the White Rabbit wants to tell you. Loving light, please connect me to the White Rabbit. Okay, so let's see what you guys got. So the first one that we have, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, says set boundaries. It's the first message. The second one is compassion. See if it'll focus. Compassion. And then you got connect to the earth. And then you got outsmart your fear. And then you got luck. Beautiful. This is amazing that you got this. And then you got lightheartedness. So these are the first messages that are coming through from the White Rabbit. The first image that came through was the White Rabbit kind of tilting his head. So to me, this says curiosity. This says almost kind of like an alertness to your surroundings. We're going to get into the tarot, but these messages coming through are the first messages from the White Rabbit. So we have set boundaries. When you think about rabbits, they can tend to kind of hold themselves up, or they can tend to need space away from people. And it's interesting that you got that one with the outsmart your fear. So rabbits are very quick-witted, and they can tend to be on alert at all times just because they are a prey animal. They're prey for a lot of animals. So With outsmart your fear and set your boundaries coming through as messages from the White Rabbit, I feel like there could be certain things in your life that could be triggers and could trigger your fear. I feel like the White Rabbit is asking you to acknowledge this with a sense of compassion and a sense of lightheartedness, and not necessarily taking things so seriously. And I feel like the White Rabbit really wants you to embrace this energy of letting go and knowing that everything is happening exactly as it should. You got luck. So this coming through is absolutely amazing. This is telling me that the White Rabbit is saying that everything is happening exactly as it should. You're in the right place at the right time. And look at the smoke. That was really crazy how it was like doing that like spiral type thing. I feel like you could tend to have negative thought spirals, or maybe you have a lot of intrusive thoughts. You did get connect to the earth. So this coming through, I feel like this is the White Rabbit encouraging you to maybe practice grounding, or just sitting outside, or looking at pictures of nature if you can't get outside, or even just the sky. You know, the sky is part of Earth's atmosphere. So I feel like the White Rabbit really is asking you to get out of your head and approach your fear with a sense of compassion. You really do have luck on your side, and I feel like that's what the White Rabbit is saying. There's no need to worry, there's no need to be afraid, because everything is happening exactly as it should. Absolutely beautiful messages already from the White Rabbit. I love that you guys got luck straight out the bat and straight to begin with, because when you think about rabbit, they can tend to have a lot of fear, or a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, but you guys got luck. And so even though you do have set boundaries and you have outsmart your fear, I feel like the White Rabbit is really letting you know that everything is happening exactly as it should. We're going to go ahead and look at the tarot. I'm going to put these over here for you. We'll keep those in mind throughout the reading as well. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. What would you like to say to pile number 1? What would you like to say? I feel like a lot of Pisces energy is coming up, and I am getting the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland coming through, where it's almost like the rabbit kind of leads her on this trail. I feel like you could have a really rich inner world, or you could tend to daydream a lot, almost like Alice is what the energy is coming through. Messages from the White Rabbit, please. What does the White Rabbit want to say to pile number 1? The White Rabbit want to say? So first we have the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups coming out. Let's see if you can see that. The 5 and the 4. So with these cards going in reverse, I feel like the White Rabbit is saying that even if things seem like they're happening, even if it seems like you're digressing, if that makes sense, or if it seems like things are going backwards, I feel like the White Rabbit is saying you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Everything is happening exactly as it should is a message that is that keeps coming through. I feel like maybe you've experienced a loss of some sort. This could be a relationship, this could be a project, or maybe a feeling of joy I'm hearing as well, and you've kind of shifted into this maybe like feeling of boredom, or I'm just hearing like lack of enthusiasm. I feel like this is meant to happen. I feel like the White Rabbit is saying that the reason these feelings are coming up is so that you can process them. And the message that's also coming through is that when it comes to emotions, when it comes to really anything, you know, our journeys are never linear. And a lot of times, especially in today's society, we can think, and especially with just our human egos, we think, okay, I've done this, okay, on to the next, I'm going to do this now from point A to point B. But it's almost like I'm seeing the White Rabbit take you on this almost kind of like journey of self, really, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you could be doing a lot of self-discovery about yourself, about emotions. And the reason I feel like the White Rabbit really wants you to be gentle on yourself right now. And with this set boundaries that came out and outsmart your fear, I feel like the White Rabbit is saying that it's okay to take space for yourself. You know, it's okay to not be on top of everything right now. You know, sometimes we have to take a day of rest, of relaxation, to process our emotions, you know. We can't be go 24/7. And so I feel like if you have been forced into this period where nothing is really seeming to happen, I feel like the White Rabbit is really wanting you to look at your emotions and really do this kind of healing of yourself. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So normally I keep cards upright. Look, we have the Ace and then the 2. So it's almost like we have 5, 4, 2, 1. So it's like I was saying, like you are on the right path. Everything is happening exactly as it should. And we're in the season of winter right now that I'm doing this reading. And with winter comes a lot of healing, a lot of self-introspection, you know, a lot of coming back into yourself. And at this point, like in our cycle, in Mother Nature's cycle, and you do have connect to Earth as well, so that's more confirmation. At this point in the cycle, in the phases of the season, we're not meant to be growing right now. We're not meant to be expanding. And if you are doing those things, that's wonderful and that's beautiful. But I feel like the White Rabbit is really wanting you to be gentle on yourself and saying it's okay to take a break. It's okay to heal yourself. It's okay to focus on your emotions. It's okay to practice letting go. You know, I feel like these emotions could be coming up because the White Rabbit or your spirit guides really are encouraging you to process them and let them go. And with the Ace of Swords coming out in reverse, I feel like the White Rabbit is really asking you to be gentle on yourself. You could be really smart or have a really like quick-witted brain, and that's why compassion came out as well. I feel like the White Rabbit is really asking you to have compassion for yourself right now. Let's see if it'll focus. I want to show you this again. Compassion. I feel like the White Rabbit is really asking you, and you had lightheartedness, you know, really asking you to let go of these negative emotions. Don't beat yourself up right now. You know, you're meant to be in this period of healing, in this period of going within, of letting go. You know, I feel like mindfulness meditation would be very helpful for you. And we have this like person kind of sitting next to a tree. You know, I feel like connecting with the energy of the earth would be very healing and helpful for you right now as well. And when you look at the trees, you know, the trees that are in winter, they don't have any leaves on them. They're just barren, and they're standing out there in the freezing cold, you know, but they're just embracing it. And so I feel like that's really the message from the White Rabbit for you. We're going to get some more information though, more clarity. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. I'm also getting the message, you could be, I feel like you maybe have been getting these signs through your physical body. So maybe like you've been feeling more tired, or maybe you've gotten a cold, or maybe your legs are hurting and they don't hurt really normally. I feel like this is signs from your body that is saying your brain may be trying to push you too hard right now. And the white rabbit, your spirit guides, this is like a message from your body saying it's okay to relax. It's okay to rest. I feel like looking into herbology and herbs for like relaxation. I know lavender is a really good one, chamomile, and just really embracing this energy of relaxation. Let's see. Messages from the white rabbit, please. Okay. So we have observe coming through. And this to me really speaks of meditation, of observing your thoughts, observing your emotions, becoming the witness. And then we have defense. So I feel like the white rabbit is really asking you to observe your triggers, is what's coming through. There's somebody, a psychologist, I can't remember his name. He talks about triggers and what it means to be triggered. You know, who has the ammunition? Who's holding the ammunition? We are. You know, so whenever we get triggered by something, it has nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with our emotions. And whenever we're going through healing periods, it can be easy for us to get triggered. But I feel like that's just an opportunity for us to observe, what is it in me that's making me mad? You know, it could be maybe you have a thought that says, I'm not worthy. So when somebody treats you in this way, you become triggered because that part of you is saying, oh, no, I am worthy. I need to defend myself. And so I feel like the white rabbit is really asking you to observe these times whenever you do get triggered and have compassion for yourself and say, it's okay, you know, everybody's on their own journey. Everybody has triggers. Everybody has trauma. Everybody's doing the best that they can. And don't be so hard on yourself whenever these triggers come up. But I feel like when they do come up, the white rabbit and your spirit guides really want you to let it go. Let it flow. And so I feel like meditation would be very, very helpful for you. We're going to get some more messages. And I've already shuffled all of these cards as well. Let's see. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the white rabbit. What would you like to say to Pyle number 1? Your guys' card came out very fast. So this card says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. That's interesting that this card came out, because a lot of times, especially if we get stuck in our mind, our brain can tell us, you know, we should be here by now, we need to be doing this and this and this. And that's kind of what I was mentioning earlier. You know, our body and our brain, our body is working at one speed and our brain can sometimes be working at a different speed. So I feel like getting in touch with your body, your spirit guides, the white rabbit, is really encouraging this of you. But also it says, I pray for the highest good for all. You know, and like I was saying, I feel like the white rabbit is really asking you to have more compassion for yourself and more compassion for others. And embracing this energy of lightheartedness, you know. I feel like coming into the present moment would be very helpful for you, but also I feel like learning and remembering what is in your control and what is not would be very helpful and healing for you. So, you know, our emotions, our thoughts, sometimes they can come, you know, but we have control if we want to attach to them or if we want to let them go, you know. We can't control what anybody else says to us. We can set boundaries and we can say, hey, I'm not going to accept this. I don't have to be around you when you're acting like this. And you can call people out, but you can't control how they respond, how they act. You can't control if certain people like you or if they don't. you know? And so I feel like observing your emotions, observing your thoughts will be very healing for you. I feel like this is kind of what the White Rabbit is encouraging you right now. Really coming into the present moment, really coming into your present moment and the now and what you have control over and what you don't, you know? And like they say, you are your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. They just come and go. So whenever you feel certain things, don't attach too much meaning to it, you know? Accept it, of course, and say, okay, this is what I'm feeling right now. But you don't have to attach yourself to it. Just let it go. I feel like gratitude journaling would be very helpful for you as well. Really focusing on the positives in your life. Really focusing on all the things that you have to be grateful for. We're going to get some more information. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. Let's get messages for pile number 1. So you guys got take control of your own narrative. Wow. And I'm sorry if you can hear that in the back. That's my husband. He's playing his game with his friends right now. But we have 2-2 right here, so you could be seeing 2-2-2. I'm going to actually read this out of the book for you because I'm curious to see what it says in the guidebook. So this says, someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will be all in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. It's interesting that this message came through and you had the set boundaries card as well. So I feel like this could really be confirmation if there is somebody in your life who maybe manipulates you or tries to get you to do certain things through manipulation. You have the power to say no. And I feel like the White Rabbit really wants you to embrace this power. As I was mentioning in the beginning, you know, the rabbit has the tendency to kind of hole itself up. So if that's what you need to do to feel safe from these people, I feel like the White Rabbit is encouraging this. You know, set boundaries, take space for yourself. But also, the most important thing that's coming through is to trust your intuition and your own inner guidance system, even over anything else. If anyone ever tells you to do anything, or you have to do certain things, you don't have to listen to them. You know, even this reading, if there's things in this reading that don't resonate with you, or if I'm telling you to do something and that doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to listen to it, you know? And I feel like that's one thing that the White Rabbit is really wanting you to focus on, you know, your power, your authority, your inner intuition. You know, it says take control of your own narrative. It's your life. You know, you're the one living it. Interesting that these messages are coming through. I feel like there's so many synchronicities. I feel like connecting with the earth would be very healing for you. Meditation, you know. And if you have a lot of people in your life who tell you what to do, I feel like sometimes it can be kind of hard because you can't differentiate their voices between your voice. That's why I feel like meditation would be very helpful for you, you know. Coming into a place of silence, of stillness, and then asking the question, you know, not asking your mind a question when your mind already feels overwhelmed. I feel like meditation would be very helpful for you. We're going to get some advice and guidance now. Advice and guidance from the White Rabbit for you. Spirit guides of love and light, Can we please get some advice and guidance from the White Rabbit for pile number 1, please? Okay, so the first advice card that you have is patience. Wait for the fruit to ripen. So with this coming through, I feel like the White Rabbit is, and your spirit guides are saying, the questions you're asking may take time. May take some time for you to discover the answer, you know, or maybe your opinions can change over time. We have Twilight. Surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. So with this message, I feel like surrender is a really big word that's coming through. Surrender control, whether that's your control over your thoughts or whether that's other people's control, you know, just let it all go for a little bit. I feel like resting, relaxing would be very helpful for you, very healing. Meditation especially. Let's see. We're going to get one last piece of advice and guidance. Advice and guidance for pile number 1, please. From the White Rabbit. Advice and guidance from the White Rabbit. Oh! So I'm going to take this top card. And then I'll show you on the back of the deck, we have the Swan Queen, Transformation, Intuitive, and then we have Patience here again. So you could be going through a transformation, or this could be a point in your life when things are shifting and changing. So I feel like the message really is to have patience, you know? I'm seeing almost like a storm blowing through, and then after the storm is the rainbow. That you just have to be patient, you know? You just have to just wait a little bit, you know? There could be somebody coming with an apology is a message that I just heard. I feel like that'll only resonate with a few of you. But I'm going to read this card out of the book for you. Because I feel like the book just says it best. And we have 44, and I just saw 44 on the clock timer. So you could be seeing 444. Let's see. This says, the Lady of the Mirror is both ally and challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event. Say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. And we have that message of observe again. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. I'm really getting this message. Eckhart Tolle talks about this a lot. You know, life is not without challenge. Everybody experiences challenge, but it's the way we view challenge. Are you viewing challenge as an opportunity for growth, or are you viewing challenge as, why do bad things always happen to me? And, you know, putting all these labels and saying things like, I'm a bad person because bad things happen, you know? Really observe how you're responding to your challenges, and bringing your mind back to the present moment, I feel like is very helpful with this. So if you're experiencing a challenge, you know, bringing your mind back to the present moment and saying, okay, we're here right now. How does my clothes feel on me? You know, of course challenge is going to come up, but the White Rabbit and your spirit guides are really asking you to see how you are responding to these challenges. And then it says, release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. And I feel like that message of compassion is coming through again, having compassion for yourself and others. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You will find your answer in a thorough and honest self-appraisal. So there's that message of meditation again, you know, quiet contemplation. But we also have that message, let's see if it'll focus. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? So I feel like that affirmation is coming through again. I feel like repeating to yourself, I am exactly where I need to be. I am in the perfect place at the perfect time, always, you know. And a lot of times we don't realize until we're looking back that the things that happened in our past made us who we were, you know. And a lot of times we wouldn't even change the things that have happened to us because they've gotten us to this exact moment, you know. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I feel like this is a lesson that we all learn, you know, especially if you're dealing with a relationship or another person. A lot of times people can be very challenging. And so I feel like the lesson really is to have patience with yourself, have patience with others, observe the role that you're playing, observe the role that they're playing, you know, and really practicing non-judgment and compassion and lightheartedness. And then I feel like this would be a very good affirmation for you as well. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Sorry about that. We're going to end with some self-care, something that you can do to practice self-care in this moment. Okay? Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the white rabbit. Can I please get some self-care for pile number 1? Self-care and healing for pile number 1. This light. Self-care. Oh! We had that card flip out, so we'll take it. So this says alone time. This is beautiful. And look, we have this person almost like they are becoming the center of their universe. I feel like that's what the white rabbit is really asking of you right now. Be the center of your own universe. And don't look at it as like being alone, you know, just look at it as being in like a phase of solitude, you know, of really coming back into yourself, doing something that you love just because you love it. You know, really focusing on your own energy. I feel like an energy alignment or like a chakra alignment would be very helpful for you. You can look those up on YouTube, or just like a guided meditation, or really anything that you love to do, and really just embracing your own energy. I feel like dancing, singing, connecting with the energy of water, maybe connecting with crystals, or for some reason I'm hearing playing with your crystals as well. But yeah, so that's the messages from the white rabbit for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know. If this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will see you later. Bye. Hello, if you chose the Selenite wand, this is your reading. We are going to get messages from the white rabbit for you. We're going to start with pulling some messages, some written messages. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the white rabbit. Please get some messages for pile number 2. Okay, so you guys got kind of a lot. We're going to take all of them. So the first one that we got is is resourcefulness. Okay. And then we got quick-witted. Okay. Resourcefulness, quick-witted. And we have trust your intuition. And you guys got luck. Love it. Love to see it. Wow. So this group I feel like is very smart. We got, let's see if it'll focus. Camera's acting all wonky. Think on your feet. So you guys got quick-witted, think on your feet, trust your intuition. So already I feel like your instincts really are strong. I just heard for some reason the Force is strong with this one, so you could be a Star Wars fan. We have compassion as well. Maybe you resonate with being a Jedi. I feel like the messages already coming through from the White Rabbit is that you already have all the answers. And this was kind of something that came through in pile number 1 as well. You really honestly don't even need me to be giving you this tarot reading because all the answers exist within you. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. I love that you're here. But the White Rabbit and your spirit guides are really saying that you have all the answers. You're very smart. You have a very strong intuition. The only thing is that the White Rabbit and your spirit guides are saying to trust. Trust your intuition. We have compassion and luck as well. I love that you guys got luck. Pile number 1 also got luck as well. But to me, this is just saying that you are in a very lucky phase in your life. I just shuffled the deck. We have the 8 of Wands on the back. So this is saying that things are happening fast. We have this like quick moving energy. You could resonate. I feel like I always have a fairy pile. This is definitely my fairy pile, I feel. But luck is definitely on your side. And with the energy of resourcefulness, I feel like the White Rabbit is asking you to look at what you have, because I feel like you don't really need to go outside of yourself to find the answer. If there's a question that you're asking, or if you don't really know which way to go, the White Rabbit is saying to look inside, for you have all the answers. And the White Rabbit is also saying everything is happening exactly as it should. You're on the right path. We're going to get some more information. Already, I feel like you have this, like, I'm just seeing, like, for some reason I just saw that, I just heard that, I think it was a TikTok where he says, like, fast as heck, boy. I feel like that's you. You're just, like, fast as heck, boy, and just, like, running, and I just see, like, a White Rabbit just, like, bolting in a direction. I feel like this is, for me, this is a message from the White Rabbit saying you already know which path you need to take, you just have to take it. And then I'm also getting the message that you don't have to look too far into the future or too far into the past to find the answers you need. When you need an answer to something, it will arrive in the present moment, is what the White Rabbit is saying. So I feel really called to tell you this, but when I was doing this reading yesterday, I took a rest day, so I didn't do anything at all yesterday. And I kept having a thought come up that said, well, what are you going to do for tomorrow's reading? What theme are you going to do? What theme are you going to pick? And I kept having to remind myself, that's tomorrow Katelynn's problem. Or that's tomorrow Katie's problem. I'm not worrying about that right now, you know? And so I feel like that's a message coming through with the White Rabbit is you don't have to think too far in the future, because when the moment arrives, you will know exactly what to do. We're going to go ahead and get some more information. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. What would you like to say to pile number 2? too. I'm also getting this message. I feel like the white rabbit could be one of your spirit guides, or it could be an animal totem that you have, or you're just very connected to this energy at this point in your life. Can we please get 2 more cards? Messages from the white rabbit. Messages from the white rabbit. Okay. So the first card that we had was the Artist. This is actually a bonus card in this deck. So it's number 23. You could resonate with that number. But also we have this like imagery here of these like wings on this person's feet. I feel like you could be a channeler. You could be very connected to spirit. I feel like you could get a lot of inspiration in your dreams, or you could kind of daydream and think about all these like, I'm also getting like the imagery of the storyteller here. And we have the Fool coming through as well. So we have the Artist, the Fool, and the 8 of Swords. There's kind of a lot of messages coming through. I feel like if there is a passion project or something creative that you're wanting to make or pursue, the white rabbit is really wanting you to take a leap of faith and trust that the universe will catch you. Trust your intuition. Trust is really a big theme here. Trust the messages that you're receiving from spirit. I think that you could receive messages in your dreams. Or maybe you could really, I feel like you could be channelers and you could maybe you could easily go into trance. So like maybe just looking at smoke or a candle flame or hearing just any noise. Really, honestly, the dryer running is what's coming to my mind. But I feel like you could really go into trance easily and you can connect with spirit very easily. I feel like the white rabbit is asking you to trust you even have trust your intuition over here and quick-witted. So you're very smart, you have very strong instincts, and your spirit guides, the white rabbit, is really asking you to trust this. And then with this 8 of Swords coming through, I feel like the message that's coming through is, there's 2 different messages coming through. One is, you're not your thoughts. So if you struggle with intrusive thoughts, or maybe you can tend to be hard on yourself, I feel like your spirit guides, the white rabbit, is asking you to acknowledge this as fear, as what it is. And then the second message is really interesting. It's you are always free, but sometimes thinking makes it not so. So I feel like you could be very creative. You could be an inspiration to others. You could be encouraging to others. But when it comes to yourself, I feel like you could be hard on yourself, or you may have perfectionistic tendencies where you won't even start if you feel like it's not going to be perfect. I feel like the white rabbit and your spirit guides are asking you to embrace failure, is what they're saying. So doing it, the worst way that you possibly can, but still doing it, And I think there's a TED Talk that talks about perfectionism. I would look up perfectionism TED Talk or how to conquer perfectionism. For me, honestly, I feel like I struggle with this a lot. What helped me overcome my perfectionism was doing it anyway. Doing it the messiest possible way and realizing that it's beautiful because I did it, because I created it. There's no such thing as... There's 2 messages coming through. There's no such thing as perfect, but yet everything is perfect already, exactly as it is. And a lot of times our brain can kind of manipulate us into thinking if we don't do it perfect, nobody's going to love it. People are going to love it because you created it. Because you created it from this divine inspiration that I feel like you receive a lot. So the White Rabbit is really asking you to take a leap of faith and don't listen to these intrusive thoughts. As I was saying, I feel like you have a very strong intuition. So I feel like the White Rabbit and your spirit guides are really saying to trust your intuition and not the fear. Don't listen to the fear. And I think it's Esotero here on YouTube who talks about intuition whispers and fear screams. And for me, also, fear doesn't really give me a good feeling. You know, like if something happens and my fear is saying, oh, don't do it, nobody's going to like you, that's hurtful, you know? And if I were to tell that to somebody, people would be like, oh, wow, that's rude, you know? And so I feel like listening to your thoughts and really becoming your best friend, I feel like is what the White Rabbit is encouraging you. I just feel like you have this amazing creative ability, this amazing creative energy that the White Rabbit and your spirit guides want you to embrace. You know, and also the message that's coming through is that we are all beginners at some point. You know, you think about the greatest basketball players or the greatest artists or the greatest songwriters, you know, they were all beginners once too. Everybody has to start somewhere, everybody. And of course there's people who are born prodigies and stuff like that, but that's only a small percent. Most people have to start somewhere. You know? I feel like that's one of the messages that's coming through. And you got luck from the White Rabbit. So I feel like that's the White Rabbit saying that luck is on your side right now. Luck is on your side. We're going to get some more information. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. I'm getting this very just like light, floaty energy with you. I feel like you're divinely guided in the things that you do. And for some reason, when your rabbit came through, like with this artist picture, he had wings on his feet. And so that's amazing. I feel like you could be very connected to spirit. Very ethereal. Pisces is coming through. And Aquarius is also coming through. Let's see. Spirit guides of love and light. Let's get some messages from the White Rabbit. So you have organize. So I feel like getting organized would be very helpful for you. That's a message from the White Rabbit, especially if you struggle with intrusive thoughts, and especially if you are trying to create something, you know, maybe setting a goal. I'm going to create whatever project it is on Mondays and Fridays, you know, and set a time for yourself. For 30 minutes, I'm going to work on this. For an hour, I'm going to work on this. Even if it's something small, for 10 minutes, I'm going to meditate today. You know, really getting organized, I feel like will help when it comes to these intrusive thoughts. And when it comes to being so hard on yourself. And the perfectionism, really. I feel like getting organized will help with all of this. Especially the perfectionism, because a lot of times with perfectionism, it can be hard to even just start. And so I feel like the first step for you really is to get organized. Maybe that's getting a planner, or it doesn't even have to be that big. Maybe just like going on your notes in your phone and saying, okay, tomorrow at this time, making a list of the things that you want to do, the things that you want to get done. Also, the message is coming through to clear the clutter, whether that be mental clutter, or whether that be physical clutter, things that are actually in your space. You know, just clearing your area, I feel like will help with these intrusive thoughts or these negative thoughts. And meditation also, I feel like will help center your being and let go of some of the things that maybe aren't very helpful that you tell yourself. There's something here that you're trying to manifest or that you're trying to create. And here the White Rabbit is saying the first step is always the hardest. But once you take the step, you build momentum. It's almost like I'm getting the message showing up is the hardest part. But once you show up for yourself, you're already there, so you might as well do it. You know? Let's see. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. I'm going to get a message for pile number 2. Your cards came out very fast. So it says, the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. It goes back to this like thoughts, you know? I feel like saying you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts pass through you. And so I feel like observing your thoughts, doing maybe like a meditation where you watch your thoughts go by like clouds in the sky and just let them go, you know, and observing and noticing them. Forget what I think I need. And I feel like the universe, the White Rabbit, your spirit guides have all of these things that they want you to experience. This amazing abundance, this amazing fruitfulness, these creations that they want you to create. But I feel like your thoughts could be saying it has to be this way and it has to be in this form. And when it doesn't come in this exact shape, in this exact form, your brain almost like bypasses it and says, oh, that's not meant for me. But it actually is meant for you. Your thoughts are just telling you it's not this way, so I can't have it this way. I feel like it goes back to that perfectionism again. And the White Rabbit is saying life is messy. Nothing is perfect. Yet simultaneously it is. It's almost like this paradox, you know, when you think about perfection. We are perfect because we exist. But we're also not perfect because we're human. This says, I choose love no matter what. And I just saw 1818 on the clock. So you could be seeing 18 or you could be seeing 999. This is also confirmation you are on the right path. Everything is happening exactly as it should. And with this, I choose love no matter what, I feel like the White Rabbit, your spirit guides, are really asking you to get in touch with your heart and letting go of the fear and looking at things through a lens of love. Through the lens of love. If love had eyes, what would it see? Interesting. I feel like you could be a poet, or maybe you write a lot. And I'm just hearing, if love had eyes, what would it see? It would see love in what it thought was fear. It would see love in what it thought was enemies. And the thing, it keeps going back to this thought, you know? I feel like the universe is trying to give you abundance and is trying to give you these amazing, beautiful gifts, but your brain may not be accepting it, and your brain may have certain expectations or things of how it's supposed to be or should be or could be or would be. I feel like your spirit, your heart, the White Rabbit is really asking you to let that go and embrace the present moment. And I feel like embracing the present moment really will allow these clouds to clear. Because I'm just seeing somebody almost like with this like fog around. I feel like there could be fog around you and you're not seeing the beauty or the abundance that the universe, that the White Rabbit is trying to give you. But when you come into silence and you come into stillness, it's almost like the fog clears. We're going to get some more cards, some more clarity. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the White Rabbit. Please get messages messages from the White Rabbit. So pile number 2, please. I feel like this card wants to come out. So we have, you deserve sugar, not salt. I'm hearing that song, I don't know what it's called, but it's something like, I am my own worst enemy, and every now and then I kick the living shit out of me. I feel like the White Rabbit is saying you are your own worst enemy. You deserve sugar. And you are a child of the universe. You are a child of the cosmos. You deserve the most beautiful things in life. You deserve the best things in life. And that's why I feel like you are this inspiration to other people. Because you see this in other people. Your spirit guides and the White Rabbit are asking you to see this beauty, this divine nature in yourself. And don't beat yourself up so much. You know, everybody's just trying their best. Everybody's doing the best they can with what they have. Even us. You know, nobody has all the answers. Nobody's perfect. We're all just living in the moment. Some of us, at least. Some of us are trying to. Okay, we're going to end with some advice and guidance. So basically with this card coming through, the Evil Queen, I feel like really the main message is, don't be so hard on yourself. You deserve all the beautiful things in life. You deserve to have happiness. You deserve to have joy. You deserve to create without putting the burden of expectation on yourself. We're going to end with some advice and guidance for you. Can we please get some advice and guidance from the White Rabbit? Oh, we'll take all 3 of these. So the first one that came out was courage. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. I feel like this is a message that keeps coming through, this duality. You know, there's duality in everything, especially on the earthly plane. Especially in the 3D, especially in our minds, there's duality. And so the White Rabbit is asking you to have courage. And don't be afraid, especially if there's something that you're wanting to create, creating it from a space of courage. You know, even if there are thorns or harder parts of creating something, embracing it. And don't be afraid to create. Don't be afraid to step into the unknown. And then we have change. As with the falling leaves, embrace change. And I'm hearing the White Rabbit also say the only constant in life is change. Everything is always changing. And when we learn to embrace the changes, we are almost learning to ride the tide of life. And then we have hidden depths. You only see the surface, look beyond. And we have the imagery of the lotus flower here. So this is a message of transformation. This is a message of growing through adversity, growing through the difficulties. I do feel like there is something that you're wanting to create or bring into your life. This could be a relationship, this could be a passion project, this could be a career. And I feel like the White Rabbit is really asking you to have courage, take a leap of faith, and embrace the change. Hidden depths with this card, I feel like I'm seeing the image of a door opening. So I feel like once you let go of these thoughts, once you let go of these intrusive thoughts, I feel like you will see the opportunities that have always been present for you. The things that the universe has been trying to give you, that the universe has been trying to show you. When you look beyond the fear, when you look beyond the illusion of the mind, you will see the opportunities being presented to you in the present moment. And that's the thing, is it always comes back to the present moment. And so I feel like once you realize that life happens in the present moment, you'll begin to create, and you'll begin to create and have the life of your dreams, is what the White Rabbit is saying. You will have to have courage, you know, and I'm getting the message too that there will never be a time in your life when fear does not exist. But the key is the awareness, you know, actually recognizing it for what it is and saying, okay, that's fear. I'm feeling fear right now. I'm feeling afraid to create. I'm feeling perfectionism. And then shifting, changing your focus and saying, what do I want to create? What do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? And letting go of these intrusive thoughts, embracing the present moment, embracing the joy, and creating what you're meant to create. We're going to get some more advice and guidance for you from this deck right here. Spirit Guides of Love and Light. Please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 2, please? Some guidance, please, for pile number 2. And the White Rabbit is also saying your power lies in the present moment. Advice and guidance for pile number 2, please. Okay. So you have the Eagle King. The big picture, angelic help, and number 12. So you could be seeing 12, 12, 12, or maybe you're seeing 3, 3, 3. This is confirmation. We're actually going to read that card out of the book. Oh gosh. Okay. Number 12. Oh. So it says, the Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. Yes, I love this. I love this. I love this. Your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes your prayers up towards the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. Wow. So even with just this message coming through, I feel like praying to your ancestors, to the White Rabbit, to the Eagle King, to your spirit guides, releasing those fears and anxieties to the universe and stepping forward anyway. Having the courage to move forward anyway. Having the courage to chase your dreams and your passions and what you want to have in your life anyway. This is beautiful, and it even says your destiny is within reach. It's like right there, you just have to grasp it. Okay? And as I was saying, it's right there. You just have to grasp it. You just have to grasp it. And it all comes from the present moment. And as the White Rabbit was saying, there's power in the present moment. We're going to end with some self-care, advice and guidance for you. Something that you can do to fill your cup up. Something that you can do to practice self-care, self-love. I've already shuffled the cards. We're going to get a self-care card for you from the White Rabbit, please. Self-care pile number... Okay, look, we have connect with your ancestors that came out as self-care. And look, we have the imagery of the tree. It's almost like, and like this DNA, you know, I feel like connecting with your ancestors would be very healing for you. Your ancestors could have gone through similar struggles in life, you know, or they could have had similar doubts, similar fears, similar insecurities. Maybe they were perfectionistic as well. And so I feel like this coming through as your self-care, I feel like would be very healing, and maybe asking them, how did they conquer it? You know, of course, remember to connect to your ancestors of love and light, but asking them, you know, how did you conquer your fears? You know, and even just releasing your fears. I feel like your ancestors love you. I'm almost seeing like a grandmother holding a baby, you know, and she just has so much love and so much care for this baby. Your ancestors care. Your ancestors want to see you reach your destiny. I'm hearing chosen one, so I feel like your ancestors could have been with you from a very young age, and they know how powerful you are. And they want to see you reach your highest destiny. They want to see you reach your potential. And so maybe releasing some of these fears to them, I feel like would be very helpful and very healing for you as well. We're going to look and see what it says in the self-care book, just as like a little cherry on top, in case I'm missing anything. So it says, the mantra, as I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. Through understanding our history, we gain a deep sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into the world. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It also provides motivation to evolve and find new and better ways to live. Building that bridge is something that you can do by researching and connecting the dots between family stories, DNA analysis, and traditional archives. You can also learn about your family line in more intuitive ways, like meditating, dream work, and working with past life regression specialists, or someone who specializes in reading the Akashic Records, a metaphysical archive of everything that has ever happened within the universe, including all of your past lifetimes and those that will come in the future. Call on your ancestors to tap into centuries of wisdom, protection, and guidance. As you look back and connect with your forebears, your path forward will become more evident. And then it has this little journal prompt. What patterns or trends exist in your family line, especially among the women? Do these patterns appear in your life? So that's beautiful, and I feel like there should be like past life regressions that you can do on YouTube and stuff like that, or you can look up like Akashic Record meditation on YouTube as well. I feel like this would be very healing. But that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know. If you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye! Hello! If you chose these pieces of Howlite, of white Howlite, this is your reading. So we're going to put your crystals over here. And then we're going to first draw some messages from you, or for you, from the white rabbit. So we'll go ahead and get in. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the white rabbit. Let's see what you got. You have connect with spirit. I just saw 111 on the clock timer, so you could be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. And also the message is coming through to maybe get white howlite or connect with the energy of white howlite. White howlite is a very psychic stone. I think it's connected with the crown chakra and the third eye, but it can help you connect more with your psychic abilities. And I feel called to tell you, everybody has psychic abilities and gifts. Some people have stronger than others, but everybody has the ability to grow. So maybe you're thinking about growing your psychic gifts and abilities. We have rest and relax. Oh. And then you have creativity. And you also got luck. This is beautiful. Every single group has gotten luck. So this is telling me that your spirit guides, the white rabbit, wants me to let you know that you are lucky. And I'm also I feel like the message of luck was different for each group, but with this group, I'm feeling like saying, maybe connecting with the energy of the like green leaf, four-leaf clover Care Bear is coming through, but the energy of the four-leaf clover, and I feel like your spirit guides, the white rabbit, is saying everybody has luck. There's no such thing as bad luck. It's all based upon a positive outlook and a positive perspective. If you have a positive outlook and a positive perspective, you will have luck. You will experience luck. And then you have friendly. So you guys got connect with spirit, rest and relax, creativity, luck, and friendly. So already, messages from the white rabbit. The white rabbit is really encouraging you to rest and relax. When you think of the white rabbit, you know, they spend a lot of times in their warrens or in their little dens, in their caves. They know the power of a good rest, of a good relaxation moment. But white rabbits know the power of a good rest and relaxation. And then with this energy of connect with spirit, I feel like the white rabbit is really encouraging you to meditate, maybe connect with your spirit guides or with your higher self. And you can do this through meditation, you can do this through yoga, connecting with your body, connecting with Mother Earth, and then friendly. So this is also talking about maybe reaching out to friends that you haven't talked to in a while, or maybe opening up your energy to meeting new people. And I'm not saying you have to be friends with everybody you meet, but maybe opening your energy to being receptive. If there is somebody out there who wants to be your friend, maybe not dismissing that idea. Maybe kind of entertaining it and being like, oh, this person wants to be my friend. What do they have to offer me? You know, what do I have to offer them? But one of the big things that's coming through really is this rest and relax message. And I feel like you could be the type of people who, when they are resting and when they are relaxing, you could receive a lot of downloads from spirit. And so resting and relaxing is really important for you, and the white rabbit really wants to highlight this for you as well. We're going to go ahead and get into your tarot cards now. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me with the energy of the white rabbit. I feel like you could be a really creative person with that creative coming through. I'm seeing somebody drawing. I feel like drawing could be very healing for you, or painting, or maybe writing creative stories. Yoga also is coming through. Can we please get messages from the white rabbit, please? Spirit guides of love and light. The white rabbit want to say. So pile number 3. Get 2 more cards. Oh. Okay. So you have the Tower. And you also have the 8 of Cups. And then you also have the 10 of Pentacles. And this imagery of the dog is really standing out to me. If you have a pet, I feel like your pet really wants to see you happy and really wants to take your problems and your worries away. I feel like petting your pet could be very relaxing to you. The white rabbit is really encouraging you to interact with your animals more. If you have animals, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Or maybe with the animal coming through, you don't have animals. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a pet. That message is coming through as well. Or maybe just interacting with your friends' pets. Or maybe stray pets. Or honestly, you could go to the animal shelter. A lot of times at the animal shelters, they need people to walk dogs or feed dogs or clean crates. I feel like your spirit guides, if you've been thinking about doing this, your spirit guides, the white rabbit, is encouraging you to do this. I'm getting the message. I feel like you could be going through a transformation. Or there's certain things in your life that are ending. For some reason, with this card coming through the Tower and we have this person wearing this mask, I'm feeling like the white rabbit is saying to take off the mask, let down your guard. Take down the mask. Take off the mask. It's almost like I feel like the white rabbit really just wants you to embrace the energy of joy, of fun, of happiness. And if there is a certain part of your personality that you feel maybe limits you in a way, and what's coming through, especially since you got friendly here, I feel like you could be, maybe you've had people who've betrayed you in the past, or maybe you've had friends who weren't the nicest to you. I feel like the white rabbit is encouraging you to let go of these emotions, let down your walls, and open up your energy. The energy of self-sabotage is coming through, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But if you do self-sabotage, I feel like the white rabbit is encouraging you to practice self-love, to practice self-compassion. I'm getting the message also, I feel connecting with your family could be very healing for you as well. Connecting with your family. Or just loved ones in your life. I feel like the white rabbit is encouraging you to open up. Open your heart. What's on the back of the deck? The Nine of Pentacles. It did come out in reverse. I feel like the message with it coming out in reverse, I feel like you could maybe not feel very comfortable in your life. I feel like the white rabbit is asking you to find a place of comfort within yourself. Find the comfort is what the white rabbit is saying. Whether that's taking a hot shower, whether that's cozying up in warm blankets, drinking hot tea, looking at the moon, writing a gratitude list, all the things that you have in life to be grateful for, the people, the places, the things, the emotions that you have to be grateful for. I feel like you're going through some sort of transformation, and maybe you might not think it's the best thing right now. Maybe you do. Maybe you've kind of encouraged this and is like, okay, I'm done with this part of me. I want to embrace something new. Whether you have or not, I feel like this is fate. This is destiny. This is a part of your life path to go through this transformation. And I feel like when you go through this transformation in hindsight, you may look at it as being one of the luckiest times in your life. I'm seeing somebody erasing like a marker drawn on a whiteboard. And so I feel like this is Spirit, the white rabbit, saying this is an opportunity for you to choose what you want in your life, for you to choose who you want to be. A lot of times when we think about like ego death or death in general. You know, we can tend to focus, especially our ego tends to focus on what we've lost. But I feel like the White Rabbit is really encouraging you to focus on your new beginning. And especially with this creativity energy coming through, I feel like the White Rabbit really wants you to focus on creating this new reality for yourself, creating this new beginning, this new future. You know, embracing the light is what the White Rabbit is saying as well. We're going to get some more information, some more clarity. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. I'm also seeing, I feel like you could have a lot of fear. The energy of fear is coming through. And so I feel like the White Rabbit is really encouraging you to embrace the energy of comfort, especially when we're going through transformation or we're embracing a lot of unknowns or we don't really know what's going to happen next. Really going into our comfort zone and really just being with our own energy. Your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, is saying you are on the right path. Everything is happening exactly as it should. I feel like connecting with spirit would also help give you a sense of peace, of stability. Might I please get some messages from the White Rabbit, please? Guides of love and light. I feel also the message coming through is to trust your intuition, trust your instincts, you know, and this doesn't have to do with your mind, but this has to do with your instinct, your intuition. And the message that's coming through is your intuition, your instinct will always arrive in the present moment. So you could be thinking back to maybe how certain people have betrayed you or how bad things have happened in your past. The White Rabbit is saying that was the past. Don't project the past into the future. Really focusing on your present moment. Because what I'm feeling is you could be in a position where you're not necessarily in danger or nothing really bad is happening right now, but your mind is kind of stuck in this illusion or stuck in this fight or flight. So I feel like really connecting with the present moment. I feel like the mantra, I am safe, would be very helpful for you as well. And just reminding yourself that you're here now. You're here now. I am safe now. Please get some messages from the White Rabbit. You guys had 3 cards come out. We have opinions with the squash dragon. And see, that's one of the things that's coming through is I feel like it's almost like illusion, you know, when you think about opinions, 2 people can have different opinions and it be okay. Everybody has a different opinion on life, you know? Everybody has a different opinion of themselves. Some people see themselves in a different way, you know? Not everybody sees everything the same way. And so I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, is asking you to acknowledge that what you're seeing or experiencing could necessarily not be truth or fact. It could be based on somebody's opinion. And I'm also hearing the White Rabbit say, don't live your life based on the opinions of others. You know, it's your life. And I'm seeing 555 on the clock timer right now. So you could be going through a lot of change, a lot of transformation, maybe not knowing which way to go. But your spirit guides in the White Rabbit is saying you have luck on your side. You literally got luck here. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Everything is happening in the highest and best good. And the message that's coming through is don't live your life based on the opinions of others. You know, some people could view success as one way, some people could view it as another way. Some people could enjoy living life as a nomad, and other people could see that life as chaotic and want to have a home nest. You know, everybody's different. Everybody's life is different. And we also have union. And then we also have kindness. So with kindness coming through, I feel like the White Rabbit is asking you to have more kindness toward yourself, toward others, especially toward yourself. Being kinder to yourself and not hard on yourself, especially if you are going through a transformation. Especially if you are in a period of your life where certain familiarities aren't familiar anymore. You know, if you're in a period of uncertainty, being kind on yourself is really what's going to help you. And again, the message of rest and relaxation is coming through again. I'm going to read the Union card out of the book just to see what it says. Okay. Wow, this is beautiful that this is coming through, especially since you got the message of friendly. Like I was saying in the beginning, there could be people in your life who want to be your friend, who want you to open up, you know, who have things they want to give you, who have this like friendship that they want to offer you, but you have to open your heart to it. So it says, when the lemon lime dragon turns up, look for someone who wants to partner with you. Union is the name of this dragon's game. Just like the lemon and the lime, there are some things that just go together easily. Be open to a joint effort coming your way. Also, it's an excellent time to reach out your hand to offer your friendship. These are the associations that will last you a lifetime. Don't look for someone just like you. Instead, find someone whose talents and energy complement yours. And that it's interesting that that message is coming through, because when you think about people, you know, there's nobody else like you. Even if you are a twin, there's nobody like you. There's never going to be anybody else like you on this earth, you know? And so when you're finding friends or partners, it's important to find people whose energy complements you. Not necessarily mirrors you, but complements you. You know, almost like the yin and the yang. So I feel like there definitely could be friends in your life who are reaching out, friends in your life who want to be closer to you. You just have to open your heart to them. Sorry about that. My camera battery died, so I had to go charge it, and then now we're back. So we're going to get some more clarity, some more messages from the White Rabbit for you. And I just heard a ding on my phone, so that's confirmation. Messages from the White Rabbit, please. I'm getting the message, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Also getting the message, do without doing and everything gets done. This is a message of kind of going with the flow. Let's see. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. Please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3, please. Some guidance. Oh! So your cards slid. We'll read these for you. I'm also getting the message, relax into your beingness. That's coming through. So this card says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. To me, I feel like this card really is saying to embrace the present moment. Even if you are in a darker space, or even if you are dealing with an ending of some sort, or having to walk away from something. I feel like the White Rabbit is really encouraging you to embrace this present moment. And also, I feel called to tell you, when the camera battery died, I was meditating in my living room, and a message kept coming through, and I feel like it is for your Pyle. This message of keep going forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. So I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, is really asking you to embrace the present moment, let go of the past, and keep looking to the future. Keep looking toward this new beginning, you know, whether that's with a new group of friends or a new project or something, whatever you're doing. I feel like this really does have to do with friends or connections in your life. The message is keep going forward. And practicing mindfulness, I feel like, would be very helpful for you as well. But this card says, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. And this actually is really beautiful because I feel like, I can't remember if I was mentioning it in this group or not, but life is not without challenge. Everybody, every single person on this earth experiences trauma. Everybody experiences challenge, whether that's challenge in their outer circumstances or challenge within themselves. And so I feel like the White Rabbit, the universe, is really asking you to look at this from a place of gratitude, you know? And like I was saying when I was seeing that person erasing the whiteboard, it's almost like the universe, the White Rabbit, is giving you this opportunity to start fresh, to start new, you know? And so really embracing the new beginning, I feel like is what is going to help you transition out of this fear, out of this lack, and really focusing on the new beginning is what's going to help you become the person that you're meant to become. Become who you're meant to become. So thank you, universe, you know? And a lot of times, whenever it says, like on this card, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear, we have to experience the limits of fear to see beyond. So this is really humbling, and it says, thank you, universe, you know? So I feel like making a gratitude list for everything that you're grateful for, and even getting into a space where you can be grateful for the challenges in your life, because I feel like these challenges are allowing you to see how strong you are allowing you to embrace this openness, this kind-heartedness, you know? And I feel like the challenges are also allowing you to slow down and release limiting beliefs about yourself and others, release expectations about yourself and others. And it says, thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. The highest good, you know? And sometimes when we think about the highest good, a lot of times, especially our ego can come in and be like, what's good for me? What do I need in this situation? But the universe is really asking you to look at it from a higher point of view and look at it from a broader perspective and see what is of the highest good for everybody involved. That's really amazing. And I feel like tapping into your creativity, tapping into the energy of creativity is going to be really helpful and healing for you as well. And you can I feel like creating things from your emotions would be very healing for you. So if you're experiencing like a negative emotion or something, maybe writing a poem about that feeling or drawing a picture about that feeling, you know? We're going to get some more information. Spirit guides of love and light, please tap me into the energy of the White Rabbit. What would you like to say to pile number 3? Oh. So you guys got 2. I don't think any of the other piles got 2. But it says, mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. And we see this person like dancing. I feel like creative dancing, creatively moving your body would be very, very healing for you as well. And then look at this. This is beautiful. Princess, you can be your own knight. That's wonderful. I feel like this message, the White Rabbit, is really encouraging you to shift your mentality from being the victim to the victor. You know, claiming your power and realizing that you can make your dreams come true. You can be the best version of yourself. You can embrace this happy energy now, this joyful energy now. You don't have to wait for anybody else to come into your life. And the beautiful thing about this too is whenever you're in the energy of joy and abundance and love and light, things automatically flow to you because you're in this open, abundant, receptive energy. The universe automatically wants to give you gifts and wants to send you love and wants to send you things that match this vibration. You know? We're going to get some advice and guidance for you. We're going to end with some advice and guidance from the White Rabbit. Spirit guides of love and light, can we please get some advice and guidance from the White Rabbit? Advice and guidance from the White Rabbit. One more. I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, is saying everything is happening exactly as it should. And you guys got courage as well. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. And then you have Wildflower. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. I feel like the White Rabbit really wants you to embrace the energy of freedom. And I'm hearing the White Rabbit say, free yourself. You know, don't focus on these negative thoughts or these limiting beliefs or the things that you're leaving in the past. Embrace the present moment. Embrace this energy of joy. Free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing. What a beautiful state to be in. You know, I feel like gratitude would help you access this state as well. I feel like you are a free spirit naturally. You could be coming out of a dark night of the soul, or you could be leaving toxic people in your past and you've maybe realized your worth. But it's beautiful that you got courage as well, because I feel like the White Rabbit is telling you, don't be afraid right now, especially right now, because you're in a period of transformation, you're in a period of transition. And so with this, like, be your own knight, I feel like the White Rabbit is really saying, have courage that you're on the right path. Have courage that you can accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish, whether that's meeting new friends, whether that's just being in this energy of relaxation. And it's interesting that you got relaxation and courage, because I feel like a lot of times, especially in today's society, our mind can be so hard on us and say, we need to be doing these things and we need to be accomplishing these things. And self-love is an act of courage, is what the White Rabbit is saying. Self-care is an act of courage. Remember to embrace the beautiful things in life and be grateful for everything that you have, even the challenge, even the struggle. And it can be hard, especially when you're going through transition, but the White Rabbit is saying that you are more powerful than you could ever think. That's powerful. That's so powerful. You are more powerful than you could ever think. You don't even have to think, really, is what the White Rabbit is saying. You have to be. And you're focusing and you're transitioning into this period of being the person that you were meant to be. And like I was saying in the beginning, it's like this mask is coming off. But we're going to get some more advice and guidance for you. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. Can we please get some advice and guidance for pile number 3, please? You got the Eagle King, but in reverse. So another group actually got the Eagle King as well. It's interesting. If you feel called to another group, I would encourage you to watch that reading as well. We're going to read the Eagle King out of the book. But the message that was coming through was, when I was shuffling, it was like I was seeing somebody, I was getting the message of perseverance. Perseverance through the struggle. And it was like I was seeing somebody walking through a storm and coming out the other end a completely different person. They had to go through this storm, but the end was so beautiful, so amazing, it was worth it. You know, and once they got to the end, they realized they had to go through the storm to view the rainbow, to see the rainbow, but it was worth it at the end. It was all worth it. And I don't think, if you look back on this period in your life, I don't think that you would want to change a thing. Because I feel like it's allowing you to become the person you're meant to be. Like I was saying, it's like this fate, this destiny. You're supposed to go through this. But it's turning you into this amazing, beautiful, kind, caring, compassionate person who has a higher perspective. We're going to read the card from the book. So, this says, the Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose to events. Not everything, and again we have that word challenge. Not everything is meant to come to pass according to your specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, stand back for a while and let the Eagle King fly high on your behalf. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. So I feel like, especially with this Union card, if there are people in your life who you love and who you trust, if you're going through something, don't be afraid to speak to them about it. You know, don't be afraid to talk to the people in your life who love you, even if it's just praying to your spirit guides and letting go of this negativity, this troubling energy. It says, perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. Just remember that even when things don't go the way you expect, there's always a reason for the detour. And I'm getting the message, obstacles are just detours in the right direction. So it's like I'm seeing a tree falling. I think I gave this analogy in another reading. A tree falling in somebody's path and somebody saying, man, why do bad things happen to me? I don't understand why this is happening to me. And then when they come around, they realize that the tree fell on a path that had like a bunch of bears sleeping on that path. So if they were to go down that path, they would have died. But after going around, they realized that their life has been saved. And in that moment, they saw it as like, why is this happening to me? You know, and the brain can do that. The brain tends to negativity. And so I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, is really asking you to look at a higher perspective. And if it takes you asking somebody else's opinion on something, you know, or asking somebody else, telling somebody else your story and asking them what they think, you know, that doesn't mean you have to do what they say. Of course, remember to trust your intuition and to trust your own inner guidance as well. But it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for guidance from other people. And I'm also getting the message, the White Rabbit is saying, you don't have to carry the weight of the world. Rest and relax. Rest and relax. We're going to end with a self-care card for you. So we're going to get a self-care message for you, something that you can do to fill your cup up, something that you can do to practice self-care, self-love. Okay. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of the White Rabbit. Self-care would be very healing for pile number 3 right now. What self-care would fill up pile 3's cup? So you guys actually got 2. I'm gonna keep both of them, and you are the only group that got 2 cards. So we have clean your space and connect with fire. So with this energy of connect with fire, this could be listening to the sound of fire. You can look up like fire crackles on YouTube, maybe candle gazing if you can't like make a big like bonfire. If you have the capability to make a fire pit, I feel like the White Rabbit, your spirit guides are encouraging you to do this. But just connecting with the power of fire, I feel like would be very healing for you, and the warmth of fire. We're going to read it out of the book because I'm interested to see what it says. So, the mantra, my inner fire burns bright and I shine my light throughout the universe. This is beautiful. See, I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, sees this light within you, and maybe you're going through a period where you don't see it. And so I feel like your spirit guides, the White Rabbit, are encouraging you to connect with this inner fire within. Oh. So it says, fire is the perfect tool for setting intentions around letting go, as well for sending your prayers and manifestations out into the world via smoke. Fire is one of the 5 classical elements, along with earth, air, water, and ether. But aside from lighting candles, we rarely interact with it in modern times. The ritual of sitting around a fire or in a wood-burning sauna at night, especially under a full moon, with a circle of loved ones, is an unparalleled experience. Cultivate a more intimate relationship with fire by coordinating a fire ritual within your community. Maybe storytelling around a campfire, or organizing a sauna night or a sharing circle where you light candles. Candles can transform everyday activities into sacred rituals. Think of an intention and light a candle when you're taking a bath, working, meditating, or doing yoga to bring this element into your energy field. Watch the flames dance and your worries fade away as the path forward is illuminated. And then we have one more page. As you deepen your relationship with this element, you may feel the call to explore the tradition of fire keeping, where you tend to the logs and embers of fire. This role has been deeply honored by many ancient cultures who gather around the fire during rituals and ceremonies long before there were matches. And then this is like a little journal prompt. What old patterns and beliefs would you like to transmute with the alchemical magic of fire? And I'm also getting the message too, if you don't have the ability to do this like campfire ritual, maybe do like a burning bowl ritual where you write down on a piece of paper all of the things that you want to let go and put it in like a fire safe bowl, or maybe if you have a fireplace or like a glass bowl or something, and burning that piece of paper and watching the things you want to let go be physically burned away. And as it burns away, it is so. And really releasing those and connecting with the energy of fire. And then also clean your space is another message for your self-care. But I feel like that's all I have for you. Pile number 3, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know. If you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And we would love to have you be a part of the Sailor family as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you later. Bye.